fam.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, fam. I'm good. Alright, listen, look here. Before we go into the main event.
Alright, cool.
Main event. We've got a super chat. Again, bruv, am I supposed to be reading all the super chats, or is it you?
Just do you, innit? Just do you. It's fine, man. It's fine.
Alright, cool. Listen, this one comes from Jamelia Williams. Listen, we love you. We love you. Before I even read it, I just wanted to let you know that we love you. Get me? She says, don't ask me how I typed my message to you and sent it to you with my donation. I have to go. You're distracting me from exercising. LOL. Listen, Jamelia, work very hard on that exercise and we'll be here when you're finished. Thank you very much.
I love that message.
The next super chat, I'm not going to read now. I'm going to let us talk and then we're going to get to those, or maybe you can read them.
Right,
anyway, cool. Alright, cool. Boom. The Last of Us 2 gameplay. Go.
Alright, so yeah, The Last of Us Part 2 gameplay, like, it's a bit of both, because obviously, it's like I said, we're at the end of the console generation, and almost everything has been done and tried. Like, it's kind of hard to evolve or increase gameplay levels. I feel like what they've done with this game here, yeah, obviously, now they've introduced, like, the dodge mechanic in fighting, because obviously before, in Part 1, there wasn't really a dodge. Like, if someone was to come to you, they would sometimes slow down the punch, and you could just dodge. And there was no, like, real quick time event.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a bit dead, but it went with the game anyway, because obviously Joel was a bit...
Oh, so you didn't like that mechanic?
In what?
The dodge mechanic?
In number 2?
Yeah.
Loved it.
Oh, okay. Well, you said it's a bit of both. So...
No, I said it's a bit... Number 1 was a bit dodge.
Okay.
Because it was only sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, but in this game, it was a lifesaver, because me, I just love combat.
Yeah.
And both Ellie and Abby just excel at the thing. Obviously, Ellie, she's not really big or whatever, so she can't take on everybody. She's got a knife. Slash. Like, man, I'm feeling the guy on the other side getting cut off.
Yeah.
But the knife, I'm like, whoa, you could just feel the everything. And Abby as well, like, she's just a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
When she's throwing them punches, fam, I'm feeling sorry for the runners, the clickers, the human beings, the dogs. Well, she don't really face any dogs. But, like, anyone on the other side of Abby's fists, I'm praying for you. This is the done deal.
See, I want to jump on that, because one of the gameplay in this game, they leveled up. I want to say, like, they doubled the level of number 1. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like what they did with the gameplay is so sick. And obviously, you're talking about combat. And with combat is now fun and exciting, exhilarating. Like, before, it was like, I don't want to say you were just getting through it in number 1, but it was just like, it's part of it, but there was no skill involved. Like, you didn't have to be good at combat to win all the combat. Now, like, combat's crazy, fam. It's like, not just the dodge mechanic, bruv, the grabbing mechanic, the ability to grab someone, hold them, shoot other people, use them as a shield, then take them up, bruv. All of that, I feel like they leveled up the combat so far. I love it. Personally, one of the things I do love about the two characters, having Abby and Ellie, is that me, Joe, I played as them differently. And it wasn't even like I was trying to. It's like I had to. Like, when I was with Ellie, I feel like I did more stealth. Do you know what I'm saying? To take out people. With Abby, it was like, bro, I'm tanking this shit. Like, no, bro, real. Like, it's like, I'm gonna shoot one person quietly, but realistically, I'm setting up the brawl. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just loved it. Like, brawling, bro. She's a tank, and that's just the way I used her, innit? So I felt like the game gives you different weapons to use differently, and I feel like that's what separates the actual character gameplay from number 1. Because in number 1, you only play as Joel. Do you know what I'm saying?
And Ellie.
Well, and Ellie for like a little bit, but not to this extent where you've got 2 actual playable characters. And I feel like the difference between the 2 playable characters is so different that it makes it very satisfying to play as each of them. Do you get what I'm saying? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Get me? What else?
I don't know, like, I did like I tried to use, I used no listening mode whatsoever. I did find it,
no listening mode.
Yeah, I find it so strange that in this game that they...
Wasn't an option to turn it off.
Yeah.
Do you know why? And I think that is to do with the stupid, let me not get too deep into it, but the stupid skill tree.
Okay.
Now, you couldn't turn off listening mode because in their skill tree, is built into every tree that something to do with listening mode. So obviously, if you turn that off, that is what 100 and something skill points that then go where. And I feel like that is a bigger issue in the game. That the skill tree is terrible, and that the listening mode is made. I don't want to say imperative, but they can't take it out because they've ingrained it in the skill tree. When I didn't want to use it, I felt like I think I accidentally hit it one time, and it was so immersion breaking, fam.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like I wasn't playing with no HUD. I had the regular HUD, their minimal HUD, but at the same time I was just like, whenever like, what I don't even understand why you would want to use listening mode. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, like this is The Last of Us, bruv. This is supposed to be like survival. It's supposed to be tough. It's supposed to be gritty, bruv. And you're holding this button where scents are coming. Like, bruv, you're like Wolverine, bruv. Like,
yeah,
bro. I just didn't. I didn't like that gameplay mechanic at all as a whole in the game. But yeah, man, I didn't use it either.
Yeah, like I just find it like super weird. Like I just tap the button to find out where it was, so I can never touch it again. And just playing through the game, it just felt like not that you would ever like. I just didn't feel like I'd ever need it. Like you're saying, like the dogs, you'd tell where your trail was going. If you ever was to press that button, it just felt like now a cheat code.
It definitely does. I feel like it would definitely make you feel OP.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, the game's difficult. It's a tough game, bro. But it's not so tough that you need listening mode.
That's it.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yeah, man. But I feel like we had decided, or we had spoke about man not using listening mode from like the trailers or whatever. Like, so I didn't think that was a big issue. I feel like one other thing I want to talk about when we're talking about gameplay is the way the game's set up. All right, so you play 1/3 as Ellie, then you play 1/3 as Abby, and then you kind of play the last third as Ellie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
No, it's a bit janky.
Yes. Now, what I would do if I was them is I would have played Day 1 Seattle, Ellie. Day 1 Seattle, Abby. Day 2, Abby, Ellie, Ali, and staggered it. Because then, like, I still got the fit, like, all of the emotions they wanted me to feel, I still felt. But I felt like if they staggered the game that way, you would feel the build-up to them meeting at that one scene where they meet. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, like, the way they do it is, you have that one scene as Ellie, boom. Guys, this is a full spoiler review of the game also. So if you haven't played The Last of Us 2 and you plan on playing it, leave now. So obviously, Ellie and Abby meet Day 3 in Seattle.
Yeah.
Get me? But in the game, you play to Day 3 as Ellie straight away. Then you've got to go back and play as Abby to Day 3 again. And I feel like if they stagger them both, and then that scene happens from both angles at the same time almost, it's dramatic the way they do it anyway. But I feel like it would be OD dramatic. Like, if, you know what I'm saying, you're coming to that, boom, like, you finish both days, and then that scene plays, and you're like,
yeah, like,
bro.
who am I going to be kind of thing? Like, who am I going to...
Exactly.
Because it would have been mad still. But yeah, like, when they did that, it even broke the, like, not immersion, but, like, the momentum of the game, because it all starts off with Abby's act of, this is a spoiler review, by the way, everything is out of the gate, so if you don't want anything spoiled for you...
Joel's dead!
That happens with Abby. So yeah, after Abby kills Joel, like, all right, now Ellie's on his warpath, yeah? You're going through the thing where Ellie's trying to get to Abby. But then you get to the head of it where Abby's now got you at gunpoint and be like, I will let you go. Boom. I'm like, oh, where are we going to now? And it's like Day 1, Abby. I'm like, what?
See, the thing is, yeah.
And then
go
what's even worse is that it's almost like you're starting the game again.
You are starting the game.
Yeah.
Again. You are starting the game.
You got no points, your guns are rubbish, like, you're starting from ground zero, you feel depowered after being powered by doing Ellie's tree.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is a bit painful, because now, at the point in time, I didn't want to play as Abby. At that point in time, I was like, this is kind of dead. She just killed Joel, all I'm playing as this chick for is rubbish. She's got, like, I've just leveled up my Abby. I've done all these Ellie, all these Molotovs, bombs, this, that, and the other. I feel sick, like, in a good way, by the way. And then now I'm like, I've got 2 guns and I know how to create pipe bombs.
See, bruv, the thing is, yeah, I'm with you on that because I definitely had that feeling. Like when I want to take you back to even before that. Right at the beginning, when I started playing as Abby, you know, conspiracy theory Joe. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing as Abby. I'm like, why am I playing as this character? Wait, this is gonna be the main character of number 3. Like this was me. Like bro, if you watch my playthrough, like that's exactly like it's going through my mind. Like, oh wait, why am I playing as her? She's gangster, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really like from before she kills Joe, I enjoy playing as her character. There's something about her that is different. She's like, you know what I'm saying? She's big, she's strong, she's from a different place, she's on a different type of job, bruv. And I feel like that juxtaposition with her and Ellie, I loved from the beginning. But obviously, like, bruv, after she kills Joe, bruv, like I lost it. Obviously, I lost it, bruv. And like, all I'm about is like, oh, revenge. And yeah, what you're saying is 100% right. You get to the meeting between her and Ellie, and then you're like, raw. It pulls you out of the game. Or it pulls you not out of that emotional state, but it pulls you out of the game and it puts you back in the game, day one, starting a brand new game again. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't like that, but I feel like it pays off.
Yeah, eventually.
And yeah, see, and that's the thing, it's like, I'm trying to weigh up that feeling I had there of, oh, I've got to start this whole game again as a new character with where I am at the end of the game. And I feel like at the end of the game, I'm like, it was worth it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you have to get there.
Yeah, but you have to get there. You definitely have to get there.
That's what's annoying.
I hear that.
The first time, right, like exactly in the moment in time when I first got there, I was like, "What the fudge?" But then when you, like I said, at the end, you're like, "Oh." For me, eventually everything pays off, and we're gonna get there too. But yeah, I can understand that too.
So, but yeah, I did think that, but that's why I was feeling like if you start off day one, Ellie and Abby, and you're playing each other's day back and forth, you never have that feeling.
Exactly.
Because Ellie's weak when Abby's weak, and then boom, and they both get OP towards the end. Do you know what I'm saying? And we get to the conclusion. So, I mean, I thought, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's because I feel like it pays off at the end. I look back and I'm like, it was worth the pain. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I felt those same feelings that you felt when that happened. You get me? When you start day one as Abby. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Alright, cool. So yeah, that was just the game. Oh wait, we don't want the gameplay actually. What I actually did love about this as well, but also what they fell off with was I liked the new faction. I loved the Seraphites.
Scars, yeah.
Scars. I'm trying to call by their proper name.
Why you call them Seraph? Oh, why? Scars is like a racist term, isn't it? It's like racist in The Last of Us.
That's it, yeah.
Alright, Seraphites.
And the wolves.
You got all political one, man.
That's what this game does.
They've all got scars on their face, bruv. Like, come on.
Come on, now.
Alright, the Seraphites.
Yeah, Seraphites, the wolves, the obviously the infected, and what was the last group we come across? The slave trade people.
The slave trade people? What game was you playing?
The one I took in Abbey from at the end.
The Fireflies?
No. Before.
Oh, the people in Cali,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Them man, there. Yeah. I can't even remember them man's name.
Them man are crazy as well, but
them man are nuts, bro.
I love the faction in each place, but what I think they kind of failed on was the infected. Like, I do like that they bring in only 2 new types. One was obviously, you know, it was called the Rat King, that big
Yeah.
God damn, that thing is ugly, fam. I couldn't sleep for a day after facing the thing.
Mad, bruv.
That thing was mad.
No. Stay on track. I'm
asking the last thing, but yeah, I love the encounter. So yeah, so obviously, I feel like the infected. I feel like they're gonna go a bit more. It's been 4 years since we've played. Since the events have happened from number 1, and we've only got 2 new types. I'm like, we've only got. I do like the new design. Obviously, the graphics have helped. The sound design is still crazy.
It's mad.
Hearing these things from a mile away, and you're hearing, I can't even make the noise.
It's mad. Mad. Bro, do you know what's even crazy about that? Is obviously with the Seraphites, the whistling. Brother, I heard someone whistle outside my window. I was like this, bro. I was like, what happened for you? What happened,
That's what I love, because with the wolves, man saying, go over this side,
yeah, they're military.
But when you hear the whistling, you don't know how those men are communicating.
Bro, no, but you do. Because when they do the light whistles, it's like, oh, we're here, we're close.
Right.
When you do the long whistles, they're far away, bro.
See, I didn't clock
it's
that.
Mad.
For me, it's like this language. I'm like, what does the whistling mean?
Bro, it's
I
mad.
don't know what you're saying. So I love that different types in the group. And yeah, the Scars were sick because of that. And the way they would move, they were like more religious. You could tell the way they speak and stuff.
Yeah.
It was kind of sick. And obviously the wolves were kind of like the Fireflies, more military. But then they had the dogs. Oh my God, the dogs.
Bruv, I said at the beginning of my gameplay, I'm not fucking with no dogs, bruv. They're Molotov in them all, bruv. The dogs are the worst thing in the game, bruv. Not the worst, but...
No, I mean like you Molotov the dogs, fam.
Bruv, yeah, fam. Yeah, fam.
Cook the dog.
Yeah, bruv. Bruv, listen, I'm a dog lover, yeah? But fam, the dogs in this game are a terror, bruv. They're the worst thing to fight for me, bruv. Because they're just on you, bruv. And it's, bruv, they're
Sight
just on
and
you,
smell.
bruv. They're just on you. I'm like, I'm taking out all dogs first, bruv. That's it, fam. And you just hear you throw the Molotov. Yeah, shut up, bruv. That's what you get, fam.
No, yeah, the different groups were live. But yeah, I'm kind of unhappy about...
They're infected.
Yeah, like... Only got the Shamblers were... Obviously, most of them just looked disgusting. The Shamblers sounded and looked disgusting. I was like, all right, cool, these guys fart at you, you're going to die. Like, you don't want that to happen to you. But the Rat King, I heard that thing roar behind the door. I was like, all right, now we're going to get some animal-infected things. And then the thing crawled out, and you see the blood trail. I was like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. You go to the ambulance now.
I'm not ready.
Nah.
I'm not ready. It's mad.
Oh my gosh.
It's mad.
They're up the levels. Because I thought, yeah, it's going to be like a Nemesis type, like hulky kind of dude. Yeah, it's going to be some kind of battle. No, this thing.
I mean...
No way. I was like, yeah, I was terrified for a whole good like day. I couldn't sleep. And then I liked how they upgraded the bloaters as well. The bloaters, I'm not saying they were like not powerful in the first one, but in this one, like they would charge at you.
Yeah.
You get too close, they would basically hulk out.
Yeah.
And they would take mad hits. And I love that they done that with the... It's almost like the Shamblers became the bloaters in this game.
Yeah.
And the bloaters are now leveled up and it become another thing. I like that.
I feel like for me, when it comes to the infected, I disagree. I
Really?
feel like they did the infected so well, bruv. Because it's like, instead of bringing in 4 new types, which would be unrealistic in the Last of Us world, they brought in 2 new types. And the Rat King isn't even a new type. It's just not seen before. Because remember, they said this is ground zero.
And they said that, fam.
They said this is ground zero. This is where it started, bruv. So you can imagine the first infected, that's been there since day one, bruv.
Yeah.
You're not seeing that anywhere else, bruv. So I thought that was gangster the way they pulled that in. The next thing with it is, because of the infected, because they were... What was I going to say? Yes, so the infected, I felt like were always the faction that always had the upper hand, bruv. Like, no matter what happens, yeah, you're going to go from fighting Seraphites, wolves, or whatever, the infected are just going to show up, and then it's like, we've just got to run, or we've just got to, like, we don't know what to do. Like, do I fight them? Do I fight them? Do you know what I'm saying? And I felt like, instead of upgrading them too much, they always just put them in positions to catch you at your most vulnerable, which makes them even more dangerous, if you get what I'm saying. Like, so I didn't really feel like that was an issue. I thought they were sick. One of the things, even, and this wraps back into gameplay, one of the things that The Last of Us 2 does, yeah, is bro, I think The Last of Us 2 is so much better than number 1, yeah, that it puts bare games into one, bro. Like, when I was fighting the Rat King, yeah, as Abby, I was like, bro, why am I playing Resident Evil right now? Like, bro, I was legitimately playing Resident Evil for like 45 minutes. You get me? But then you have the scene where you're with Jesse and Abby, with Jesse and Ellie in the car, bro, and you're running around and all the WLF are chasing you, and I'm like, rah, bro, man shooting out of windows, like, bro, it was gangster, bro. Like, they take you on such a roller coaster, different gameplay mechanics, like the way you have stealth, the way you can, you know what I'm saying, be aggressive, like, do you know what I'm saying, with Abby and stuff like that. The inclusion of a sniper rifle, bruv. Like, all of that stuff, I felt like they really take you all over the place. So I feel like for gameplay, I'll give it like super high marks, bruv.
Yeah.
Super high marks, bruv. Yeah, man, I love that, bruv. I love that about it.
Naughty Dog do the best. Like I said, when I started playing number 3, from freaking PS3 days, they just know how to do set pieces. I totally forgot. I was like, Last of Us 2, I was like, what are they gonna bring us new? Like, yeah, it's survival horror. I remember number 1, they had set pieces as well. I'm like, nothing really blew my mind. And when I come back to this, the encounters in this, and I think one that really captured like everything, like the look, the terrifying feel that wasn't to do with the affected was when they were burning down the Terraphites' home.
That was a drama.
Whoa!
That was a drama.
Madness. I was like, all right, cool. We're going to go to see Lev's mum, blah, 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 blah. I was not expecting the war to happen. I was not expecting them to burn down the place. And that fight with the brother at the end.
Yeah, bruv. That was mad. Whole thing was mad. And this is what I'm saying, bruv. Like, even the way they leveled up, like, someone, like, what would you call them? Like, the henchmen. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the big... What do you call them in the game?
Bruisers or...
The bruisers, yeah, or whatever, bruv.
Bruisers,
yeah, man, I thought them man were gangsters, man. I thought them man were gangsters. So, that was tough, bruv.
Yeah. So, alright, cool. So let's move on to characters.
Characters, yeah? Boom.
Like, Naughty Dog are always known for this making either a small cast of characters or big cast of characters. You love the villains, you hate the villains. But for me, I love and hate everybody at the same time.
1000%. Like, this game, or this world, I'll say this world, this universe, is so good at just making multi-leveled, three-dimensional characters. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, bruv, every character in this game has something good about them. Every character has something bad about them. Every character has something that is just, you're kind of indifferent about. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I find myself playing this game and like, loving every character, but then also hating every character, bro. Like, I loved Ellie, but then I hated Ellie for not avenging Joel. But then I hated Abby for killing Joel. But I loved Abby for like who she was. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
The
like,
mission that she would go through.
Yeah, like, cause, bro, the thing is, Ellie and Abby are just on the same mission. Yeah. Ellie is doing what Abby did a week before. Do you know what I'm saying? Hunting down and murdering the person who killed her dad. And I love Abby for having the strength, virtue, training her body, being prepared to go do it and execute the plan. But then, obviously, she done it to Joel. And I'm like, bruv, you killed Joel. Like, it's mad.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, okay, Ellie. We've seen Ellie grow up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we all love, like, you can't not love the character Ellie. Do you know what I'm saying? But then, she can't finish the deal. And it's like, I hate her for that. Even though I understand why she can't.
Yes.
And it just puts you in this conundrum, fam. And it's like, I want to get even deeper than just those two characters. Because you get characters like Jesse. Like Jesse's a super legit character, bruv. And it's like, these characters, you love them and they get taken away, bruv. It's like Dina, bruv. I'm like, yo, Dina belongs to the streets. Like, she belongs to the streets. Yeah? But, fam, she's so clutch in the game, you have to love her, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bruv, how many times is like, you're about to die? Dina, boom. Dina's like, oh, I got you. Boom. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, everyone has these things that are so good about them and also so bad about them. And it's just like, rotted. And when all of that happens, it's just like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I said it during my playthrough. I've never played a game that took me on an emotional roller coaster like this. And also, I was so hungry for revenge at the end of the game, bro. I was screaming at the TV, killer, 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 bro. And when she didn't, do you know what, Matt? I thought I was going to get angry, bro. Like, I thought I was going to be angry that she doesn't kill her. And I wasn't, bruv. And I was like, oh my God, they got me. They got me.
They got me a lot, though.
Bruv, they got me. Like, they turned me around, bruv. Like, they didn't turn me around 100%, but they got, bruv. Like, Ellie's not killing Abby, and I'm not breaking my TV. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, that's a mad story.
Yeah.
Fam, I feel like they just did it. Like, they executed the thing so well. Bruv, get me.
It's legitimately mad because, like, even at the end of number 1, where obviously, like you said, we go through the adventure of Joel and Ellie, and obviously, I can understand why some people would hate the way they. If I'm gonna go down with over the story, but I can understand why people hate the way Joel died. I'm like, all right, cool. But even Joel himself, he was also like a flawed guy. Like, no one. That's what I love about this thing. Like, everyone's human. No one is perfect. And even like everyone's saying, oh, Joel shouldn't have died like that. I'm like, not really. Like, the world they live in is savage, fam. Like, if you had to go avenge your dad's death, you really think you're going to shoot man in the head? You're going to give him like 10 seconds? Oh, you killed my dad. Boom. Shoot him. Not really. Like, I understand why Abby did what she did. You're going to, like, go through this painfully.
Mm.
All right, cool. But then that obviously it enraged me. Like, I like Joe. But I can understand that man's also a scumbag. I'm like, if I was on that side of the thing, if I was Abby, I probably would do the same thing.
Bruv, 100%, man.
That's what's so crazy. So
100%.
But you're in between two places. Like, I hate what Abby did, but I understand what Abby did. And even in her journey as well, where she then finds out what she did to Joel, she said as well, she goes, I'm guilty, and I need to resolve myself with that. Because if you notice, where they kept making you go through the hospital thing.
Mm-hmm.
What the first time it's the alarms, then you find them, the woman called it Yara and Lev hanging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, the first time I saw it, I was like, all right, cool. She wants to go back and save them. I'm like, that's a dumb decision.
It was a dumb decision.
That's what I like. It's super flawed. Like, you just met these guys. No matter what you do, you can't resolve yourself of what you've done in your past. It's like, it's going to come back to bite you. And then, when she does save them, it goes through the hospital again. There's no alarm. She meets her dad at the end.
Yeah.
For herself, she's thinking, all right, I killed this guy because he killed my dad. I feel like if I save these people,
it might give me absolve me of that. Yeah.
it might resolve me of that. But really, you still got Ellie coming after you. So no, it doesn't. Yeah, no, because you've done the actions. I'm like, I love, and it breaks apart her whole group as well.
Yeah.
Owen breaks up with her because you done this thing. Mel don't like you no more. Some people are like, women call it. What's the other guy I liked? I liked it. Wow, the guy with the hair, like slick hair.
The Espanol guy.
Yeah, Espanol guy. Like,
I'm icy for him.
Like, I thought it was jokes. Obviously,
I hate the whole unit.
You hate the whole unit?
I had to. Not except for Owen.
Yeah. I don't like Mel. I hate
Mel's waste.
Mel's dumb.
Waste. Listen.
You're pregnant, but you want to come out on some job? No, stay at home, fam. Come on now. But
what?
It's super true.
Nah, bro. I said the same thing during my playthrough, but hearing you say it, hey, touch me differently. Pause.
Come on, like Mel, like she's probably like one of the worst characters. Like you're making dumb decisions. Now you're saying, oh, if Owen wants to cut, like if you come away with us and Owen, then I ain't gonna go, bruv. You're gonna come here like stay with the infected on your ones. All right, cool. You're definitely the dumbest out of the group.
Manny,
that's the one. Thank you very much, man. I liked Manny. Like he was funny, but he was also a dickhead, isn't it? But that's what I mean. But everyone, you liked it. That's what I mean. I liked everybody and everybody apart from Mel. I just didn't like Mel whatsoever.
I feel like when it came to the WLF, like Abby's gang of peeps, I weren't feeling any of them. But the character I got turned around was Owen because, bruv, he's just a dude that liked a girl, fam. Yeah, he probably likes her too much, but he's just a dude that liked a girl, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like no one, like, Manny's just some scumbag, like, just out here beating things, bruv. Like, he's got no real mission in life. Like, that's all he does, bruv. Like, he's waste. Mel is like, she wants something she knows she shouldn't have. She knows Owen loves Abby. So she fuss up herself, run up in there, oh, love me, gets pregnant, and now trying to use the baby against everyone. Like, fam, come on, move, bruh. Like, it's all mad with those characters, innit? But, like, I was happy when all of them got murked. It's funny because I didn't start liking Owen until after he was already dead. And this is another thing with them going backwards and forwards, because obviously you kill Owen in day 3 back here, in Seattle, day 3 back here, but then you find out, oh, Owen's actually a cool brother in day 3 of Abby, and then I'm like, rotted. Like, I was gunning this guy. And he's not that bad. He's not that bad.
You just don't see the other side.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I flipping love, fam.
Yeah, it's mad. The game's mad, bro. It's an emotional roller coaster, fam. It's an emotional roller coaster, man.
And that's what it goes now to Abby's. In fact, no, let me even stop that. Before that, like, I think my best character for me is Lev. I just love Lev's naivety. Yeah, like, he's come from this cult, like, he's grew up in this cult. Like, they just basically it's almost like Drax.
Yeah, everything goes over my head.
Yeah, like, he's taking so straightforward. I just loved him about that. Like, you're born into this world, you're born into, like, a religion, and they're just telling you one thing, but, like,
You feel something different.
Yeah.
It's mad.
And I feel like I'm like that. I think that he's one of the best characters in the game for sure. Like just his whole character, even his whole arc it is kind of small and it's not touched on too much. But the stuff they do touch on with Lev, I'm like, yeah, super cool what they done with him.
To be honest, like, bruv, man didn't really care for Lev too much. I felt like bruv, his storyline's peak.
Yeah,
his storyline's peak, and I like that part of it. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't want to. I was so wrapped up in the Abby Ellie thing that even though all of this stuff's going on with Lev, and I'm like, yeah, it's important, I wasn't focused on it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I just felt like, don't know, bruv. Don't know. I just don't know how to, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, I feel the character, but I didn't love him. And also, Lev looks like the Golden Child from the movie The Golden Child, fam, which I couldn't get over. I was like, this is the kid from The Golden Child. Like, a guy, I don't know if you've seen that movie, but with Eddie Murphy and it's Lev, bruv. No, it's him. Anyway, but yeah, man, bruv. What was we just talking about? Story or characters?
Character story.
Let's roll. Let's keep rolling.
So Ellie's part, like, for me, it just felt like after what happened to Joel, it felt like she then felt like she had to become Joel, and only at the end she found out she's not Joel.
I don't think it's at the end she found out. I feel like at the end she's just like, it's not I'm not Joel. It's this ain't me. Like, this ain't me. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't feel like, obviously you don't know, there's bare years apart, but the whole thing with Joel and Ellie is like, I don't think she ever saw Joel in that super OD way. She always refers to, Joel told me about this. We've seen Joel told me about interrogation tactics.
Yeah.
But she's never seen him be on OD crud. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, obviously during the game he's killing bare people, but the kind of crud that we're talking, that she has to go on to kill Abby. And one of the other things I was thinking about was, like, bruv, when you play as Ellie in The Last of Us 1, or when that character's around, bruv, she's not some psycho murderer. Like, she's not on job like that, bruv. She just does what she has to do to survive. And that's what they're doing in Jackson. You got to bear in mind, they go to Jackson, they've been there chilling for 4 years. Do you know what I'm saying? And I tried my hardest to stay away from, like, people's ideas and theories and what they ever thought about the game until we sat down and reviewed it ourselves. But one thing I heard was like, oh, Joe was really dumb for telling these people his actual name at the time. And I'm like, bro,
no.
You've been Joe, you've been living a life of crud. Then you find Jackson, and for the next 4 years, you are chilling. No dramas, no qualms, no nothing. Do you still think I need to go by my street name anymore? There's no... You don't.
Exactly.
You don't, bro. Because
your
danger, the only danger to you in your mind for the past 4 years has been the affected going on patrol and making sure this community's safe. That's what would happen, bro. You go out, you don't even think you're in danger. You meet this girl, do you know what I'm saying?
She don't straight come to you with a gun to your face.
Exactly,
so
bruv.
She's in danger. So all you think, first thing you think is, we gotta get out of here.
Get me? And you're finding a settlement of people, and you're like, in his mind, the first thing in his mind would probably be like, oh, let's get you back to Jackson. Like, he's evolved as a character, bruv. He's a different man now. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what plays a part in it. So that argument to me is so basic, bruv. Like.
You need to start, but I'm about to go there now.
My question to the people who say that is, do you walk around telling people a fake name because someone might be out looking for you? No. So what are you talking? So, but you expect Joel to be doing it after 4 years of peace? Are you idiot?
No, that's what I heard that same argument as well. I was like you say, man has now come into a lifestyle, and he got what he wanted at the end of the day. Like,
he won.
Yeah.
Joel's mission was completed.
Thank you.
Completed.
That is the word.
Completed.
Like, from you see him in number 1, yeah, his daughter died. And then throughout the process in number 1, yeah, man is blatantly saying, like, we are survivors. First track, Trish was like, we're bad people. She knows what they are, but Joel's always in denial about who they are. So he just, no, I'm a survivor. I'll do anything I can to be out here to survive. And it's a bit of both. But when throughout the game, you can always tell man is always being selfish.
Yep.
First he's like, I don't care about where Ellie's gonna go with the Fireflies. Let's be out. Okay, then he's gone to Tommy. Okay, I don't care about what happens. Can you my own brother? Can you get her to the Fireflies? I need to be out. And And then he's at the hospital, finds out they're about to kill her, and he kills the whole Fireflies. Like, man, it's on. Like, that's what I mean. Like, Joel is flawed with himself, but at the same time, we understand why Joel is doing it. Yeah. So when he now comes to Jackson and settles down, what makes you think man's still on that mission to kill people when they don't look like hunters, when they don't look like infected? Like, it don't make any sense. So when he was in what am I call it, Jackson, I think even at the end of the game, man was like, I come across a trader. Man's trading with people right here. You really think he would still be the same guy? Like, if you saw someone like that, he would shoot them on sight.
He's not still on the Han Solo
That's
thing,
it.
fam. He's not.
He's calmed down. Him and Ellie had a little bit of a falling out. That's affecting. Like, he's let her in. Throughout the whole game, man is a stone cold killer. And now he's let someone like...
He's got a teenage daughter and he's being a dad.
Thank you.
Boom. Like, bro.
You think I want to change your brother?
Some of these people don't. But I'm just... Fam, you have dissected the thing madly.
It's the only way to think about it. Because when everyone's saying he just met some person, how can you trust him? One, if that was Abby... If she really wanted to be on job, she would have shot him there and then. She would have tried a thing. If Joel was turn his back or something, and then maybe Tommy would have, But she knew I can't take both of these guys at the same time. So even in the whole situation, she goes like, "Oh, we're not too far from here," and they're thinking there's infected right here. We can't go all the way back to Jackson because it's too far. We go back to your place.
To my point about the infected always trumping everything, fam. Like, it's mad, bruv. Like, when it's us against infected. We have to be allies.
Yes.
We have to be allies, bruv, because they will win. So, bruv, it all plays a part, bruv, and it's mad, fam.
That's why, like, the whole room, the whole room thing just got me, fam. When, like, they started settling down, the music started settling in, I was like, yeah, this is about to go down. And I was like, Joel's going to survive. Joel's going to be all right. Shot man's leg, I was like, he's going to get a prosthetic leg. He's cool, but...
Do you know what that is there? That is 20-something years of video game programming right there, fam. When Joel goes down and you're like, raw, that's peak, but we're going to get out of this. Oh, what? Golf club. Oh, that's peak. I wonder how we're going to survive. That there, bruv. That's and this is why it's like, bruv, I said it all through my playthrough. I'm not Team Ellie or Team Abby. I was Team Joel. I was Team Joel because, bruv, I played the game as Joel, bruv. Like, he was my guy, bruv. But when they finished, man, like, you've got to understand, I know what I signed up for, playing The Last of Us 1. And I know what I signed up for playing The Last of Us 2, bruv. In this world, everyone can go. Like, in the next game, if Ellie's getting eaten by a clicker in the first scene, I'll be like, hey, bro, she killed 1 million of them. One was gonna get her. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Exactly. That's the world they live in, bro. Like, so you've just got to accept that, bro. And I respect Naughty Dog for doing it in a game, bro. For saying, like, listen, our characters aren't invincible. Do you know what I'm saying? They can't live forever. They won't live forever. And this is it. And not just, his man's gonna die. Like, he's gonna get finished, bro, in a way that, like, it's gonna hurt you. You're gonna feel it and you're gonna remember it, bruv. And it's like, bruv, I hate it, but I love it at the same time, bruv. Like, it's probably the greatest piece of storytelling I've seen in a video game ever, bruv. Ever, bruv. Like, there's no other video game that's made me feel as emotional as this game has, and taken me to so many different places, has done things to the characters, bruv. And it's like, the only thing I wish is that more games. I'm not saying all games just go and kill your main character. I'm just saying I wish more games took more chances like this. I wish more movies took more chances like this. I wish that media as a whole stopped playing it so safe. Like, and just write the story you want to write. Get me? Bruv, not every day there's happy endings, bruv. Yeah. And it's like, in this game, is there a happy ending?
No. That's what everyone's pissed about. Why?
Bro, what did you expect?
Exactly. It's The Last of Us, fam. Like, people are coming through the game saying, what did I play this game for? A hollow story about revenge. If you only think about it's just revenge, you're missing the whole point of the game. Like,
you might be missing the point of your own life.
That's what I'm saying, because, like, these are just people. And so are you. Like, if you remove yourself, if you're just a viewer of the game, and you see these events happening, and you don't know any of these people, you're just thinking, this is just another episode of EastEnders, fam.
Bang, bang, bro.
And it's up to you who you want to judge.
You're only angry that Joel died because he was on our team.
Yeah.
But when we was Joel, deading up man for the whole 25 hours of the first game, you didn't one time think, well, what if his son is behind that corner looking at my face and knows he's coming back for me in 10 years?
Go.
Bruv, that's life, bro.
That's what I say. So you like the stories where the man who killed your dad, you go after him and you win. But then when it's subverted on you, where you're the killer, and now you play the person that's going after the person you killed. Okay, yeah, you want to feel some type of way, but you tell me that never ever happens. That's a kind of mad. And even then, like, I hate to say it, but I like the way Joel went out, because if he went out like he was holding back the clickers, Ellie got them, and he dies like that, all getting that's dead.
Man can't die like a hero.
Yeah,
because he's not a hero, fam. Joel's not a hero, fam.
No one else is a hero. No one's a hero. No one's a villain.
And you know what's crazy about that? Ellie in the game is upset that Joel took away her opportunity to be a hero.
Exactly.
Okay. Fam, are you mad?
And even then, that wasn't guaranteed.
Bro, this is the thing I'm talking about, bruv. This universe is just the universe, bruv. There's no good guys and we ain't playing cops and robbers here,
That's
fam.
it.
We're just watching stories, bruv. We're just watching stories and we're playing a piece of them, man. But that's mad. Have you got another thing?
Basically that leads on we went into the story.
Bruv.
That was it, because like I think some people just had expectations. Like, yeah, I played the first game with Joe and Ellie. I want the second game to be Joe. Like,
bro, people listen. For them man there, you man are gonna be butthurt regardless of what happened. Joe could have survived and Ellie could have survived, and you would have been like, well, bruv, just shut up, man. I ain't got time for that, bruv. The game is amazing. Do you get what I'm saying? The game is amazing. For me, I would say it is a must-play game, bruv. Like, if you own a PlayStation, if you own an Xbox, my condolences, buy a PlayStation and get The Last of Us 2. You need to play it, bruv. And more so, it's like, you can play this game without playing the first game.
Yeah, because it kind of...
But, if you can get the first game, play the first game, and play the second game, bruv. It's one of the best narratives, I'm going to say, across 2 games I've ever experienced, ever, bruv. Ever. Do you know what I'm saying? I do think the game does have some issues, bruv.
Yeah,
some
definitely.
of the pacing, the skill tree, bruv. Small gameplay mechanics, but all of that stuff is trumped by how good the narrative is, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Bruv, loved it, bruv.
Now, I love the game as well. Like, I just love that this is just a story of people. Like I said, like, I just love and hate characters. No one is perfect. No one's a hero. No one's a villain. Like, the person we played through in the first game, Ellie, she now has flaws. She's just like a person on a mission. And even a mission...
It's mad.
It's up to you where you want to feel it's complete or not. Obviously, she doesn't kill Abby in the end. But even Abby, like, her mission... Like, she went through some madness at the same time. And you're, like, even if she killed Joe, I still fall for her, you know?
Bruv, it hurts.
Super mad.
But it hurts bruv, what you're saying hurts, bruv. Because it's like, you care about Abby, but you know what she did. Bruv, I don't even want to think about it. I was thinking about it. Makes me sick, bruv.
That's
tough,
why,
bruv.
like, you can't be human if you feel zero emotions through any of these scenes. Like, the ending where, what do we call it? Abby and Ellie and Joel finally come to a resolution. Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's mad.
The scene of Joel's death. That is bare. Like, I was just thinking of that. Is there any scenes? I'm like, yeah, there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot. And it's always hitting home. Like, yeah, they just did a sick job with the story, the characters, and even kind of showing like strong women without like doing too much about, oh yeah, I'm a strong... They did it once. I'm like, you did it throughout the whole game. You just had to put in that one sentence. I hated it.
I don't know what sentence she's talking about when.
So, obviously, we played as Joel, Ellie, and Abby throughout the whole game. Never mention them, their gender, whatever have you. But then when it comes to the dance scene with the ride or die chick, Dina, yeah. She rides on Jesse, but she dies for, when we'll call it, she dies for Ellie. Shout out to Mother Dikia, she knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, right yeah, so in that whole dance scene, yeah, she goes, oh, there's so many men here looking at you. Yeah. And she goes, oh, but you're the strongest person. I'm like, oh, you almost went through the whole game.
That's Dina though, isn't it? Dina's a finesse god though.
But then you just had to just mention that thing. I was like, almost.
Bro, I didn't even pick up on that, bro.
I do. They did it bare, like when they do that kind of stuff, it just frustrates me because even in this game, yeah, like I feel like it feels like they just wrote a character and be like, boom, let's make it a female. And that's what I feel like most. Like I feel like you could have like just most characters. You know when they like I just write a strong female, but they gotta just embellish how strong a female is.
Yeah. And that's what makes the female character weaker by saying, "Oh, how much stronger the men she is."
Yeah.
Now I hear what you're saying.
So with this game, they didn't really do that until the end, but yeah, it's like it was just anything anyway. But end of the day, I feel I love the game. That it's just super sick. And
yeah, man. Just even to wrap that stuff up as well, I feel like what's also great is that they fooled us with their marketing, bruv. They made it look like Dina was gonna die in all of the trailers, and it wasn't Dina, it was Joel. And the reason I love that is because, bruv, like, yeah, I want to be misled in trailers if in the game you're gonna execute something that's way better than that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like people getting upset about them misleading the trailers. I bet you them people weren't the same ones who are upset when Hulk was in the end of the Avengers trailer and he's not actually there in the movie, bruv. Like, so, bruv, like I said, people are gonna get butthurt about whatever they do, but are you good? Are you wrapped on that, bruv?
I think I'll get everything out.
Man, like, yeah. I feel like I've got anyway. Listen. Jump on the super chats now. So let's have this big Last of Us 2 discussion now. Like, I just want all of it. Like, after today, it's not like I'm not going to talk about the game, but I want everything to be done. Like, yeah, it's all out there in the open, innit? So if you've got thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the thing, jump in, let us know now. I'm going over to the super chats. Right now, let me go. Boom. Okay, so our first one. Shout out to Noob. Noob's back.
Cheers.
And he says, Abby, and he's got with the sign of Ellie, question mark. So he's saying, do you like Abby more than Ellie?
No.
Who do you like more?
I still like Ellie. Like, she's still the first.
You like Ellie more than Abby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, obviously, we just got introduced to Abby in this game, and I feel like she's a reincarnation of Joel. Like, she's strong, she's got a mission, she feels like if there is guilt, she feels like, I feel like I need to go on this mission to be absolved of that. They do try and feel like, you know, Abby's not a bad guy for what she does. She's not this, that, and whatever. But with Ellie, you feel like you know her through the first game. Like, you know what she's been through, you know, that kind of stuff. So when I'm going through those kind of trials with Ellie, I still feel like, yeah, Ellie's still that girl. Like, she's not the biggest, but she'll still do the baddest stuff for the people she loves. And unfortunately, yeah, she chose Joel over a new life with Dana, but Joel saved her life in the end, and she chose to forgive Joel. So she felt like to do a thing for Joel is to get revenge. But then she found out that's not the thing to do. That's not what she would do, and that's not what Joel would want.
Yeah.
So for that, Ellie still for me has the best story too.
For me, I feel like I'm team neither. To be honest, like I really enjoyed playing as Abby, even though like I hated her character while doing it. Like, but I feel like I need both of them. Like, I don't feel like I can have Abby without Ellie, and I don't think I can have Ellie. Like, Ellie is the reason Abby's Abby, because Ellie survived. That then changed the course of Abby's whole life. Like, the day Abby walked into that room, Dad was dead, Ellie was gone, that made Abby, bruv. The Abby we see in the game. And it's like, I like that Abby, but I understand that she's not her without Ellie. And then, I like where Ellie is now, but she wouldn't be there without Abby killing Joel. Like, they are, to me, I see them as the same person, but their characters are so linked and intertwined, bruv, that I just need both of them. Bruv, like, the next game is going to be a madness, bruv. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, Abby actually got to the Fireflies. And if the Fireflies are still on making a cure, Ellie's still out there. And then Isaac, he ain't dead.
Yeah, don't kill that brother.
So now, you got the infected, Isaac's coming back, Seraphites still want to get Lev. Abby and Lev could want to be like, well, we know where the cure's at. bro, like, who knows, innit? So there's that. But Noob's got a second part to his question. What fact and what do you want factions to be? Or I feel like he's asking, what faction would you be in? Do you know what I'm saying? If you had to pick one of the factions to be, which one would you be?
Ooh, I'd just be in Jackson, fam.
You'd be in Jackson chilling?
Yeah, like
I feel
Jackson is just like
chill.
It's like Earth again,
like
but
Earth.
it's its own little kind of community. I'm not trying to be in some military WLF thing. I'm not trying to be in some new religion where they've butchered the woman's teachings. That's all mad. So just live within a community where they got morals. Boom.
I feel like I'm WLFing, bruv.
Is it? Oh my god.
I mean, bruv, it was militant, but fam, they had way more resources. They were living so much better than everyone was in Jackson, bruv. Like, obviously, they're out there doing military runs, and I don't want to, like, I feel like you might look at them and be like, oh, they're all on crud, bruv, but they weren't.
No, they just taking care of territory.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? They was just looking after their ends, bruv. Their whole beef with the Scars is a bit mad, but I don't know. In fact, maybe working for Isaac would be dead, innit? Isaac's a madman, bro.
Yeah, I love
Isaac's
his
a
character.
madman. So I don't know. I say WLF, but maybe I probably wouldn't have made it, bro. I probably would have been out on roads with the two man them like, yo, we can survive on our own.
Oh my god.
Getting eaten by some clickers or something. Bro, the two man them's you and Raven, so bro, we all would have been gone. I think we were all chilling in Jackson.
I'm going Jackson, fam.
Alright, bro. They're doing cosplay over there, so it's mad.
Sounds good.
Alright, look, shout out to Cherry Bomb who comes in with a super chat. She says, firstly, Cherry Bomb, we love you. That's not to say we don't love everyone who super chatted, but Cherry Bomb, we love you as well. Get me? I agree. The order of the storyline should have been staggered, so I wouldn't have been emotionally confused with Abby's character. LOL, hashtag TCNFam.
Jeez.
Get me? No, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I feel like it puts you in that... It's weird because obviously we've played the game that way. It's easy to say, oh, I wish they staggered it like I want, but at the same time, I'm like, if they did stagger it, maybe they did stagger it and had a playthrough and was like, it doesn't hit as emotionally as this playthrough. So that's one of the questions I'd love to ask them. Do you know what I'm saying? But for me, personally, I feel like staggered would be better. Shout out to man like Hashim. What's good, bro? Back with another super chat. He says, great writing like Game of Thrones Season 1 Ned Stark situation. Now, bro, I can run this thing back to when I was watching Game of Thrones Season 1. And Ned Stark's head's on the block. And I'm like, rah, how's man going to get out of this? Even when his head came off and rolled, I was still like, bruv, how are they bringing him back in Season 2? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how.
Bruv, that's 25 years. 20, yeah, that's years of conditioning, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm saying, like, bruv, Naughty Dog, bruv, this game, like,
Give him something.
bruv, thank you. Let me get the pepper, bruv. Like, the thing about it is, this is like the Man of Steel situation. Like everyone, like there's people who are like, oh, this is amazing. It's very divisive. Yeah. 10 years from now, Last of Us 2 is gonna be the game. They'll be like, that game there changed the course of all narrative-based gaming. I'm just telling you this here. So 10 years now, when we got 10 million subscribers, you might gonna be like, oh, bruv, you know in 2020 when it was COVID and that, Joe said that. I don't know he said that. Wait, I'm gonna go find that clip. Bruv, I did that for you. Get me? So Hashim, appreciate the thing. Tier 3's back. Tier 3B's back. What's good, B? He said, never having played it, hearing your review of it, I'm confused. Why is the fan base so divided? People who think it's amazing and people who think it's trash. I feel like, for me personally, the people who think it's trash are just so upset about a main character dying.
And the way they died.
And the way they died, that they can't get past that emotionally. Like, even, I don't want to... Maybe it's some emotional immaturity in them. Like, bro, like, it gets... Bro, the game gets deep. The game gets deep, and it's... And when I say emotional immaturity, I mean, it's the fact that something terrible happened in your life, yeah? Bro, you can dwell on that moment. Because I hear Bear Man saying, oh, as soon as he died, I turned off the game. And that's fine. If that's your reaction, that's fine. The game, you know the game that won. The Last of Us won. The Last of Us won, if that's what happened, bro. Because you played the game, you played an hour and a half, you turned it off, you never, because of something they did on purpose. Not because the game was bad, but they made you feel something so deep, you couldn't take it. Bruv, you quit. Imagine, you got game overed, bruv.
You got game.
That's what happened. game overed you.
Oh my
Your
God.
character died and you said, "Yeah, I'm done. Game over."
Permanent death.
Yeah, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying, bruv? It takes a high level of emotional maturity to watch someone you love and care about and have loved for almost a decade get trashed and then keep going, bruv.
For me, it's like there's more. Like there's a reason why they've done this. There's more to the story. Let me see at the end, and then let me make a decision. I'm happy I saw the end because I'm like, I never feel like they done Joel dirty. Like the whole scene in itself is meant to pull something from you. If it, like I said, if it doesn't, you're not human. You're not human, but
Listen. Got another super chat. Listen, shout out to man like Tony Stark himself.
is
Oi.
it?
I man, appreciate you taking time out your busy schedule and that. You get me? I don't know what universe you're from because the one I know you're dead. But yeah, cool. But yeah, Tony Stark says game was mad. I loved it. Can't wait for the Last of Us series from HBO. When I first heard the whistling, reminded me of Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's mad. How do you feel about the HBO series? I'm super icy for it, bruv. I don't want it, bruv. And the thing is, I hear that they're casting characters like Joel and Ellie, and that's like the only thing I was thinking about was if Joel and Ellie are in a game, it's gonna have to be the 4 years in between, and I don't want that because I know where that ends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
What about before?
Before?
Yeah.
No, because I played that.
No, like before the first game.
You can't have Joel and Ellie before the first game because they don't know each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, but so what are you gonna do separate and it leads into the beginning of the first game? That's dead because I still know what that's like. I don't need Joel and Ellie, period. I've seen what I need to see of Joel from his beginning where we need to see it to his end. I feel like for me, and this is what makes The Last of Us sick, and Abby's inclusion in this game sets the precedent for your HBO TV series to have brand new characters, bruv. Take 2 characters from The Last of Us that are in the game, yeah, but are minimal roles. Someone like someone from their camp at the beginning of The Last of Us, and do the story of them, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And build the world, make the world larger, bruv. Don't Star Wars it, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? That make the universe bigger, fam. I feel like that's the direction of And the thing is, I trust HBO, bruv. Because you know what I'm saying? They do the Watchmen, they do banging stuff. So even if they do, I'm gonna watch it and it will probably be good. But at the same time, I would say just make the universe bigger, bruv. Set us up for something else, bruv.
Yeah, because like they've done these stories, and like for me, like games, I feel like sometimes they're better than movies.
No, bruv. If the game's done right, it's better than the movie.
There you go.
It is, bruv.
And both these games, I can't see how they're gonna top it. One, if they're gonna retell the story, or 2, tell a retelling of the story. Because one, we won't need it, or 2, the story's already been told in a very good fashion. So, and even then, like I don't even know what kind of story they can now spin off for new characters. Because we've seen a journey from A to B about a girl who has to kill for humanity. It doesn't work out. We've seen a revenge story or a story of people who are involved in a revenge story and what happens to them. So it's like, what else can you do in this world?
I mean, I feel like that you could do better stuff, bro. I feel like they could. I mean,
that's why that's why I don't want to sit, because some people will be like, I wanted Last of Us 2 to be like this, and since that's not their idea, they were like, oh, this is crap because this is not what I wanted. I wanted the cure for humanity to come after Ellie and there be a superpower. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, that's not it. So don't be angry about that. And same thing with this HBO show. I want to see it, see what they come out with, and then I'll make a decision. But
yeah, I mean,
I'd rather it not happen.
Oh, you rather the show doesn't happen at all?
Yeah, because like I said, the games are super sick.
No, I understand. I hear the games are super sick. I just don't want a retelling of the games. Yeah. I would just rather some other story. Because if they do some other story and it's good, you can be like, oh, look, that's another story and it's good. But if they do another story and it's bad, you can just be like, yeah.
I got the game.
Yeah, I played the game. That's the best Last of Us iteration we got. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to see. It's going to be fun, bruv. And we will find out, bruv.